Hi guys, and welcome to my 60th video. Thank you so much for joining me if you are a return subscriber. Hello if you are new. My name's Adrina. I'm an Australian teacher and mum, currently on a break at the moment, trying to figure out this whole teacherpreneur online space, selling my teaching resources and Clipart on Teachers Pay Teachers and online. Now, this video is a little bit different because we are actually talking about my whole YouTube journey so far. I've been wanting to make this for a few months now, but I was waiting till I got my actual first full payment from YouTube before I could film this, and I just needed to get a few things together so that I could kind of tell my journey or give you guys that insight into my journey all through the timelines and in a comprehensive way. And so now that I've become monetized on this channel to Lazo Clipart, which I'm so grateful for, I'm going to be showing you guys and breaking down my journey so far. And because this channel is still quite small, with under 1.5k subs at the moment, I just thought I'd aid into the transparency of what a smaller niche Australian creator is kind of making at this point of time. And so when you become monetized, you get this little slip, and it has a little verification code with a PIN number to type into. You verify that this is you as a real person. And because I wanted to make it as comprehensive as I could, I've sort of put it in a presentation, teacher style of course, just to break it down more clearer for anyone out there kind of wanting to know my journey. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube journey and analytics. I've been really excited and have been wanting to put this video out for a little while since I've become monetized here on Lazo Clipart. And yeah, I'm just excited to be sharing with you guys a little bit of my journey, as I want to aid in the transparency of everything here on YouTube and my channel and just everything like that. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my very first YouTube paycheck. So how much I actually got paid as a smaller niche Australian creator in 2022. So my YouTube channel at the moment, I've got a couple content pillars on here, but the main things are Teachers Pay Teachers. I talk about being a clip artist for Teachers Pay Teachers and creating clip art. And I also do some PowerPoint and Procreate tutorials, and I talk about online business, including income reports from my Teachers Pay Teachers store. So it kind of all circulates with one another, and that is kind of what I've got going here on my channel. So full disclosure, I have loved YouTube since I have been a young teenager, if not earlier, and I've always wanted a channel. I didn't kind of know what I really wanted to do. So in 2017, I actually started my very first channel, and it was like a beauty channel, and I soon burnt out of that channel. And then a few years later, I started this one, Lazo Clipart, as a second channel. So I have had a little bit of experience in the first channel that I made with like the editing side of stuff. So coming into this channel, I felt a little bit more prepared with the whole editing and video stuff, and also because I already had the equipment from when I tried to make one in 2017, but that was like a total flop. So yeah, that's just something to know. This is just my little branding for my store, and that is just the branding that I also use on my Teachers Pay Teachers store. I basically created this channel because I saw a need in the YouTube, or a gap in the YouTube marketplace basically. When I was trying to learn how to sell clip art for Teachers Pay Teachers, there was nothing online that I could find. There was nothing on YouTube, and if there was, it was very old, and it wasn't exactly kind of what I was looking for. It was really hard. I had to do a lot of deep digging on YouTube to kind of find any of the stuff that I was kind of looking for in regards to being a clip artist or selling clip art on TPT. So I was like, okay, let me start that and let me see what happens. But I did kind of have a mindset of it being a bit more strategic than my very first channel. So I'm not going to bore you with too much more about the whole intro stuff. I will show you a screenshot out of my very first YouTube payment in a second of how much I actually got paid. And that amount was, this is my first YouTube payment on the 7th of October, 14 days ago. It is the 21st of October right now, but I earned $138.87 as my first YouTube payment. That is in Australian dollars. Now, if you're wanting to know about the nitty-gritty of the YouTube analytics, the behind the scenes, the CPM, the RPM, about what is actually required for monetization on YouTube, and learn a bit more about my journey so far, then you'll just have to stick around. So let's chat. I'm going to go over in this video, how does someone actually get monetized on YouTube? What is RPM versus CPM? My personal YouTube stats, my journey to monetization, and just some of my dashboard observations and thoughts. So first of all, let's go over, how does someone actually get monetized on YouTube? So before YouTube actually pays you, here's YouTube, here's you as the creator, there's the money bag. Before they pay you, you must first meet all minimum YouTube platform requirements in order to join what's called YPP, which stands for the YouTube Partner Program, which is linked to something called Google AdSense, which is what actually pays you. So becoming a part of the YouTube Partner Program will then allow you as the creator, when you've met those requirements, to display ads on your video. So I'm sure if you've been around for any amount of time on YouTube, you would have seen ads on all types of videos, whether that's a big creator or a small creator. So now something to know, YouTube, and this is more in recent times, but YouTube can actually still choose to display ads on your content even if you are not monetized or part of the YouTube Partner Program. I remember when I was not monetized yet, and I remember watching one of my videos back, I remember seeing ads. So they definitely do utilize your channel even if you are not monetized yet. And unfortunately, you won't get paid for those until you are a part of the YPP, the YouTube Partner Program. So what are the actual requirements? What needs to be done in order to access this YouTube monetization? So as of 2022, as I'm filming this, it's the 21st of October 2022 to be exact. To become what they say monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 public watch hours, and this has to be not from a video that's unlisted or private. And if you have any live streams, they have to be public also. And this has to happen in a period of 12 months or 365 days. Now, I know this is where it can get a little bit confusing, because when I first read or heard about that, I was like, oh dear, well, what happens if you don't get that in that period of 12 months? What happens? So I'm going to try and break this down to the best of my ability, to the best of my understanding. So the way I see it is like, for YouTube monetization, to become a part of the YouTube Partner Program, you need two things, Part A and Part B. Part A is 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty straightforward. You just need 1,000 subscribers. The second part, Part B, is where it gets a little bit more confusing for most people. So you need 4,000 public watch hours, but this has to happen in the time frame of 12 months. That's why you can see this little connection here. This 4,000 hours needs to happen within this 12-month frame. To break it down a little bit more, to make it a little bit easier to understand, I'll give you some examples. So let's say we have two creators here. We've got Orange Creator and we've got Blue Creator. These two YouTube creators start a YouTube channel at the exact same time. So over the course of the 12 months that they've had their channel, this is now their first year statistic. So for the Orange Creator, over that year that he had his channel, he was able to, or over the 365 days on YouTube, he was able to gain 980 subscribers with 5,000 public watch hours in a period of 12 months or 365 days. Blue Creator, on the other hand, he was able to gain 1,500 subscribers and gain 2,000 public watch hours for his channel over a period of 12 months, aka 365 days. So unfortunately, because both Orange and Blue Creator were missing one part of the puzzle, in Orange's case they were missing Part A, and in Blue Creator's case he was missing Part B, unfortunately neither of these are eligible for the YouTube Partner Program for that particular year. So what then happens to this? How does this then work? So because they didn't reach all the requirements in the first year, the 1,000 subs and the 4,000 public watch hours in the 12 months, what happens now? So if we're looking at this for year 2 for the Orange Creator, so the next 12 months or the next 365 days on YouTube for this Orange Creator, in order to get monetized, this creator is going to need an extra 20 subs, because last year, or in the first year of his channel, he gained 980. 980 plus 20 is 1,000. And so he needs to gain another 20 subs. And he will have to also gain another 4,000 watch hours in his second year, or in that year 2, to become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. So I'm going to break this down a little bit more. So for example, within the second year, so let's say it's the first month of the second year, and this orange creator has created an awesome video and it hits really well. And from that particular video, just that video alone, it gains him 4,000 watch hours. And through this first month of the second year, he also gains 15 subs. So that brings him up now to 995 subs, and he's already now then ticked off his 4,000 watch hours, but he's still not there for the subscribers. So he needs to gain another 5 subscribers still before he can actually apply to the YouTube Partner Program. So say now it's the second month moving forward of the second year for this orange creator. So this is February, say the month before was January. So he's gained 6 subscribers, which then pushes him over to the 1,001 subscribers. So he's then ticked off the subscriber count, and he's already gotten the 4,000 watch hours from the hit video. So now that he's gotten both of those things, he's then able to apply to the YouTube Partner Program. So overall, it took Orange Creator about 1 year and just 2 months to be eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. So let's now have a look at the Blue Creator. So in year 2 for the Blue Creator, he already had the subscribers, so that was already ticked off the list. So in order for the Blue Creator to get monetized, he would just need to gain another 4,000 hours in year 2, or of the 365 days for that second year, to be able to become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program on his end. So let's say overall Blue Creator might have taken about 1 year and 8 months to become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. Each creator is very individual, and it really depends on what they are needing for their requirements, to how fast they are going to grow, and to how fast they're going to be able to become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. Just thinking about it, YouTube counts the watch hours from within the past 365 days. So it doesn't go off the calendar year. So it doesn't go off, if you didn't earn it in 2021, it will wipe out. It goes off the 365 days, if that makes any sense, from when you started. Try and break it down a little bit easier for any of you visual people like me. So let's say that you started here in January. You would have had the whole year from January all the way to December to acquire the 4,000 public watch hours that you need, and of course the 1,000 subscribers to then be able to become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. So if you did not make it in that first year, in year 2, then say if you had the 980 subscribers in year 1, you'd only need an extra 20 subscribers in this whole 365 days. And you would still, however, need the 4,000 watch hours throughout the highlighted time for the year 2. Now, what would it look like if you didn't start it in January? Now, if you didn't start in January and you started somewhere like this is what it would look like. So, for example, if you started in August, this highlighted yellow part would be your 365 days. And in this time, you would need to have ensured that you got at least that 4,000 minimum watch hours, public watch hours for your channel, along with the 1,000 subscribers. So it doesn't go year on year. So for example, it doesn't go, if you didn't make it in 2025, then you just didn't make it. It goes off when you started and the days following, the 365 days following that date. And then it would start again here in August if you didn't make it in that first highlighted period. Now, this is to the best of my ability. This is how I have understood it. If there is anyone out there that sees this and it is incorrect, feel free to correct me here. This is just my understanding of it. So just to clarify again, with the 1,000 subscribers, there's no time limit and it rolls over to the next year, whereas the 4,000 watch hours are counted from the past 365 days or 12 months or the year. But you need both of these to be able to apply for the YouTube Partner Program. You can't have one without the other. Both of these need to be achieved. Okay, so now let's have a look at my stats. So I started on the 13th of August 2021. I gained 1,000 subs by the 30th of June 2022. I was able to then get to 4,000 watch hours on the 12th of July 2022, and I was then monetized on the 14th of July 2022. So overall, it took me about 11 months and 2 days, and I feel so grateful and blessed that I was able to get monetized within my first year of my YouTube journey here, because I know it can take quite a long time for some people, and if you are someone that is not quite there yet, then just keep on grinding and keep on going, because you will get there eventually. As of my stats of today, 21st of October 2022, this is me. I'm at 1,433 amazing subscribers, and I have 80,694 views in total. So that's just what it looks like for my stats, and I'm recording this too because I kind of want to just see what it looks like in a few years' time when I've got this out, and to see my growth. I think that would be really fun to look at. So this is just a visual representation of sort of what's happened for me. So in 2021, I started on the 13th of August, and by December, I was only hoping to make it to 100 subscribers. That was my goal. And in my head, I mentally, before I started my channel in August, I said to myself, I will give it 2 years time to see if I can become monetized on my channel. I'll give it a good go for 2 years and see what happens. And it just has pleasantly surprised me at how, even though it has felt long, like 11 months of grinding, putting videos out, especially while I've got a little toddler at home, has been a lot of hard work on my end. You know, late nights, early mornings, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was just so surprised. By December, I had 300 and something subscribers, and then it just kind of grew a little bit quicker than I expected it to, because like I said, I mentally thought that I'd give myself 2 years, and then when it was under a year that I had met those requirements, I was really just felt so blessed and grateful. So by June 30th, that was when I gained my 1,000 subscribers. And this is me posting a video every week, one every week, as much as I could. I think there might have been 1 or 2 weeks that I might have slacked slightly, but I tried my best to get one out a week. And then by July 12th, I was able to gain the 4,000 watch hours. And then I applied for the YouTube partner program on the July 12th, and I thought it was going to take longer than what happened, because it can sometimes take up to a month to get approved. But 2 days later, on July 14th, I was accepted into the YouTube partner program, and that's kind of when things started to roll along. And then by August 17th, that was when I got my Google verification in the mail that arrived here in Australia, and they had to verify my account. And then my payment wasn't until actually October 7th. That was my first YouTube payment, and you saw how much that was in the beginning. And you can see here, that was the date where I got my Google AdSense verification slip. It was actually quite funny because I saw the mailman arrive and put something in the mailbox, and I had a feeling it was my Google AdSense thing, but my partner goes out and gets the mail, and I was like, I was going to go out and get it, but he was the one that actually picked it up first. So he's like, what's this, Ed? And I was like, oh my goodness, it's here. So I was really excited and happy about that, and I ran outside and took a photo because the lighting was good outside at the time. Fun fact, Google actually owns YouTube. So YouTube launched February 14th, 2005, and not long after, so Google bought YouTube in 2006 for $1.65 billion. The reason I'm telling you this is because they're kind of intertwined. So Google owns YouTube, and because they work in combination with each other, it's just something important to know when obviously you're getting paid by Google AdSense, that YouTube is not necessarily what pays you, but Google AdSense is what will come up as your statement in your bank, if that makes any sense. So let's just have a quick look at the timeline leading up to monetization for me. Just a few pictures. So this is what it looked like here when I had under 4,000 watch hours. I was tracking pretty close between the two for a lot of my journey, to be honest. There wasn't too many, it wasn't like a big dip from either or. They kind of sat nicely throughout the journey, which was really pleasantly surprising too. So you can see here when I had 3,988 public watch hours, I couldn't apply yet because although I had the 1,000 subscriber account, I didn't have the watch hours fully yet. And so then the next day on the 12th of July, 2022, that is when I hit my 4,000 watch hours and I gained a few subscribers too just in that one day. And then I was able to review the YouTube Partner Program terms. I of course accepted, and I was then led to this little screen where I had completed that through the terms, just clicking a few buttons. And then I had to sign up for Google AdSense because I didn't have an account. Now, I had watched a few other YouTube videos like this that said if you can sign up beforehand, it'll make it possibly go quicker. I tried to sign up earlier just as I was kind of upcoming to knowing that I would be able to be eligible to monetization, but for some reason, I don't know what it was, I tried and I wasn't able to sign up for Google AdSense. So I sort of just gave up and I just said, I'll just wait to see what happens when YouTube lets me know. So I just did it that way. So once I did that, I signed up to it. It said I successfully linked my AdSense account and that was done. And then the review was in progress pretty much. And so they basically said YouTube will review your channel to make sure that it complies with the YouTube monetization policies, because of course there's policies to whether you can actually be a part of this program. And then they will automatically complete the steps if that has been approved. And so just a side note, meeting the requirements. So just because you become eligible by meeting the requirements of 1,000 subs and the 4,000 watch hours in the 12-month period doesn't mean you'll automatically be approved once it comes to you. There is a review process that actually takes place by a review person, and it will depend on your channel and the type of content you are actually creating to whether it's suitable and accepted by the YouTube Partner Program. So on the 14th of July, 2 days later, I got this email saying, congratulations, your YouTube channel, Talazzo Clipart, has been accepted into the program. I was really over the moon and so happy, and all my hard work has kind of paid off in that way. And yeah, I was just so blessed and happy and grateful that that was kind of happening, because then that meant for me that in the background, while I would be at home with my little one, that I could have a little form of passive income, kind of, even if it was only a little bit to begin with, conjuring up in the background. I thought it was going to be something that would be really cool. So that was something that I was really happy about, and that's happened on the 14th of July. And you can see here my little Talazzo Clipart Apple character. Congratulations, Talazzo Clipart, you are now a YouTube partner. Now this is what my dashboard looked like on the 14th of July, the very first day that I kind of became, I guess, monetized. Obviously there's nothing on there like 000, and you'll see when we go have a look at the dashboard, there's way more things that you can see now. And another thing to note, becoming monetized, this is something I did not actually know until more recently. Becoming monetized doesn't mean that you actually stay monetized. You must continue to work for it. So in the YouTube Help Center, it has this little thing that says you need to stay active to keep making money. So as the YouTube Partner Program continues to grow, it's important to maintain a healthy, active ecosystem of channels to focus our support for creators who are active and engaged with the community. We may turn off monetization on channels that haven't uploaded a video or posted for 6 months or more. So that is why sometimes you may find some big channels that are not really active anymore. They will just randomly post a video. They haven't been on their channel for ages because they don't want to probably lose the monetization features on there. Now it does say may, it doesn't say guaranteed, but just be mindful that is something that can happen if your channel, I guess, is not in good standing, or if you have decided not to do any or create any content, I guess. So getting paid now, once your setup is complete, you'll get paid. Well, I get paid through my bank account, and you do have to fill up some tax forms and some forms along the way that I didn't mention. You have to fill them out, and I know that YouTube has some good videos if you get stuck on which kind of little things to click. They've got some good videos, but it does say when you'll get paid here from the Help Center. If you meet the payment threshold and have no payment holds, you'll typically receive your payment between the 21st and 26th of the month. Interesting enough, I got my payment on the 7th, and I think that might be something to do with because I had to verify my account and something. I can't remember what happened with that actually now, but it took me a little bit longer because I had to do something with it. There is a payment threshold that YouTube has for whether you can actually get paid. So what is the payment threshold? If you look here, so in Australian dollars, the payment threshold is $100. So YouTube will not pay you out unless you earn over $100 in a month. That might mean over a couple of months, if you haven't earned over $100, you have to wait to a few months until you actually finally reach that $100 in order to be able to receive your payment. So it's the same in US dollars, it's $100 US as well. Canadian dollars is also 100 there. Now, when I show you my dashboard, I am going to just clarify that my stats on my dashboard are in Australian dollars, but I might also change it because I know I have a lot of US watches. I might change it also just so you can kind of see in US dollars and you can kind of see the comparison, because there is a bit of a difference with the pricing when you look at it from Australian dollars and when you look at it from US dollars. So that's that. So as you know, my first payment was $138.87, but that was, and I will show you on my dashboard, that wasn't just from 1 month. I will be clear with that. It wasn't from 1 month. That was just my first payment that was paid out to me in my bank account. And so I will say too, the earning potential on YouTube is based off of a variety of factors, from CPM to RPM to type of content, niche, audience base, and country targeted, and who watches your videos. So I want to just break that down really quick, because I know sometimes if you are brand new to this, you're like, what the heck is all of this? What is CPM? What is RPM? I'm not sure. So I want to try and break that down to the best of my ability to be quite comprehensive. So CPM, what is CPM? What is RPM? Let's break it down. So CPM is cost per milli or mil, however you want to pronounce it. So CPM, cost per milli, is basically how much advertisers, so you got the advertisers here, how much they spend for 1,000 ad impressions here on YouTube. So they obviously pay a certain amount to YouTube to have their ads shown. So that is what CPM is. You might have also heard of playback CPM, and playback CPM is again to do with the advertiser, and it's how much advertisers pay or spend for 1,000 video playbacks where an ad is actually displayed. So ad impressions and ad playbacks are slightly different. Now, RPM, revenue per milli, is all to do with you as the creator. So RPM, revenue per milli, is how much you earned per 1,000 video views after YouTube takes their cut. So you get 1,000 views and your RPM is what you get to take home as the creator. So you will get that amount of money after YouTube takes their little amount out. And that's for you now, the RPM. Now, there is a split. YouTube takes 45% and the creator takes 55%. So it is almost 50-50. So that is something also to know, that if you are wanting to get into this, there is a big split between YouTube and the creator. And you can see it here in the terms where you have to click to agree, the monetization revenues. YouTube will pay you 55% of net revenues recognized by YouTube from ads displayed or streamed by YouTube or an authorized third party on your content, watch pages, or in or on the YouTube video player in conjunction with the streaming of your content. So let's go now and check out, this video's been long enough, let's go check out my YouTube dashboard. At the moment, like I said, I've got 1,433 subscribers, so I'm sitting under 1.5k subs. I have at the moment 59 long form videos and I've got 20 YouTube shorts. So let's go and have a look. Okay, hi guys, I am here on my channel analytics. So in order to check out the revenue, you just go to analytics and then go up here, you'll have a little tab called revenue. So we click on that. And so I am not a pro at this. I've only been monetized for a few months now, but I'll just kind of show you guys what it looks like on my end from in my dashboard section here. So you can see it gives you a monthly estimated revenue overview. So you can see pretty easily July, I actually earned $60.77. August, I earned $83.49. September, I earned $76.91. October, I earned it's still going. October's still going, but at the moment it's at $46.50. Now I want to keep in mind, because I know I have a lot of US viewers, that this is in Australian dollars. I've changed it to Australian dollars, but I will change it back shortly just so you can kind of see what it looks like in USD if you are someone that's from the US. But this is my currency that I use here. So I don't know all too much about what things are good here on YouTube, but I've heard some things on the grapevine about RPMs, CPMs, and kind of some being higher than others. And I think personally, I think I have a slightly higher and the average. I'm not 100% sure. I need to look more into detail with that. However, I will show you kind of just like the breakdown from my very first month. So let's go back to July. I'll do custom, and let's go up to July 14th was when I became monetized. So you'll see here, there was nothing here. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and then 14th, the first day, I earned $2.42. So that's pretty cool. And then I went up to $6, and then went to $3, $2.59, $3.96, $4.76, $4.03, $2.51, $3.41, $2.87, $2.97, $2.75. I won't read them all out, but I just kind of go through them so you can kind of have a little look. So you can see how they kind of vary from day to day. Some are higher, some are lower. And for my first month, I was pretty pleased with that. And you know, just having this in the background is just amazing, because I know that people say don't obviously start YouTube to get in it for the money, because obviously that first payment after 11 months and you've got $138 for 11 months, that's not going to pay your bills, you know what I mean? That definitely can help, and I'm so grateful. Honestly, I'm so grateful for the money that I've received on here, and I'm still receiving, and I'm just so grateful that I get this running in the background. But I didn't start the YouTube thing because I knew that people had said, you know, just have other avenues of money that are coming in, not just relying on YouTube AdSense, because it can be very unpredictable as well. And you can see here, so my RPM here is 13 and 38 cents. So let's just have a look. So mind you, this is my first month, so I'm just going to go over this really quickly. You can kind of, if you are somebody that knows how to read this through analytics, you can kind of just see as I'm scrolling through the differences of price as it goes up and down, and we've got a playback CPM. So the first kind of day, pretty high actually, $28.89. I don't know. Well, that's higher, $80. That's pretty wild. So yeah, you can kind of just like see through that. That's the first month of my monetization. Now I will just quickly change it if I can to US dollars so you can kind of see the difference, because like I said, this is Australian dollars, so it might seem like a bit more for you guys if you are in the US, the currency. So I'm going to change it to US dollars and come back. All right, so you can see that now I've just changed that, and you can see that my RPM's gone down to $9.05, and so that's in, this is now US dollars, and you can kind of see the difference and kind of what's going on. This is now US dollars, so you can kind of see the difference really. Now I want to just go over, so that was the first month. I'll go and just show you so that was July. Let's do August. Do the month of August. Again, this is in US dollars here. So that was the estimated revenue from each day, the RPM. Oh, why is that not showing? Oh, here we go. So it's just interesting to kind of look at these analytics. Like I said, I'm very kind of new. I've only had one paycheck from YouTube so far. So this is all kind of like pretty new to me and everything. So for this, if I was to go and change it back to Australian dollars, you'll be able to see the change. So you can see the CPMs sitting at about that for my channel, and then the RPM. So it's like every 1,000 views, I'll get $15, I believe. So yeah, so how much you earn for every 1,000 views. So in the month of August, if I got 1,000 views, I'd be earning about $15. That's not too shabby. And so let's just have a look at September. So it does fluctuate, as you can see. It fluctuates with how much is earned. But it looks like there's not really been a day that they've had $0, which has been really cool. Not that I can see anyway. There's always been money that has been earned, I think. So that's really exciting. Do October, you can kind of just see my RPM kind of also at that day $18.51, goes down to 5. So there's some fluctuations in this, but overall I'm super happy with this. I was just hoping to get to that 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm just like so grateful that I'm able to become monetized here on YouTube and have this like running in the background to aid and help with my income streams. Yeah, I'll change this back to US dollar one more time just so you can kind of have a look. I will say when I first started watching the analytics, I noticed particular, if you look at particular videos, for example, if you click on them, they will show you how much you've earned from a particular video, how much watch time people have had. It gives you some more data of kind of like what's going on with each individual video. So you can kind of see my RPM's like pretty low here, $2.99, and playback is $23.44. So, but yeah, this is all, like I said, pretty new, and yeah, so you can kind of just see that this is what it looks like, and I hope that just having a little behind the scenes look and me being transparent with it just will help anyone out there that is looking into possibly working towards getting monetized on YouTube. I know that there are some other TPT authors out there that have been really working hard to put out content for the TPT community. So if you're listening to this, keep on going and you will get there. I think I've been a little bit lucky in some ways. Although I have, worked hard to make my videos, I feel like because it's been like a gap in the market for a little while, like I don't know any other channel that's talking about Clipart on Teachers Pay Teachers really, and the way that I'm doing it sort of thing, especially like releasing income reports every month. I think that's kind of been something that's helped me stand out a little bit more. There are some amazing other TPT YouTube channels out there that I watch as well, but I know that I'm probably at the moment the only Clipart one that is current at this point in time. So I think because of that, because right place, right time sort of thing, or because the demand is there but there's no one filling that spot, and because it's so niche and you have to have a particular skill set for it, that is why I think my channel has kind of gone to monetization within the year. And that's the only thing I can really kind of put it to. And so, yes. Alrighties guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it has given you a comprehensive look into my journey so far here on YouTube. Of course, we are still in the beginning phase, and I can't wait to see this little channel continue to grow. And in the future, I'd like to do like an updated version of this type of video. But for now, I hope that this one has been interesting enough for you guys. Feel free to give it a thumbs up so I know that you guys liked hearing this kind of information and knowing a bit more about the YouTube thing. Now before I go, I just want to say a few thoughts for those people that are thinking of starting a YouTube or are currently in their YouTube phase and are wanting to become monetized on their channel. First of all, is having the right mindset. So for me, I really kind of mentally agreed to myself I would give myself 2 years of trying to put out a video every single week to see if I could make the thresholds. I know it can be quite defeating when you post a video, you think, oh, automatically you should get some views or whatever. But the reality is it takes a while and it takes some time to be able to grow. And so something that helped me kind of mentally was knowing that from what I have heard on the grapevine, YouTube doesn't even take like your channel seriously until there's at least a minimum of 35 videos on your channel. So if you can start by making sure that that is just one of your goalposts, making at least 35 videos, and then also being strategic with your content pillars. So having 3 main kind of things that you want to speak about or talk about on your channel that might help you get more focused into kind of what you want to speak about. Of course, you can do this any way that you want, it's your channel, but they're just some things that kind of I feel like have worked for me, having those content pillars of knowing what I'm kind of going to be making videos about. So thank you once again. If you are interested in the whole YouTube journey, feel free to go check out my video of reaching 1,000 subscribers. I have a little bit more information of how I got to the 1,000 subscribers in that video if you haven't watched it already. And until then, I hope you have an amazing day and thank you so much for watching. Adios!